Hello everybody, welcome on back to Taste Test right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus, where every Saturday I try the weird, the wonderful, and the limited edition. If you like that, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. If you want to see something specific on the show, leave it down in the comments below. What it is, where to find it, you might see it on a future episode of Taste Test. Happy 2024 everybody, we're in a brand new year, and there's no better way to start a new year than by clearing out old crap in your snack cabinet, and that is what we are going to do today. Look, movie companies do it too, all right? Doesn't mean they're not looking through their snack cabinet, but they're putting out garbage in the months of January and February. It's a wasteland of terrible movies. Why don't I find some hopefully not terrible snacks and do the same? Okay? That's all. Let's do it, okay? We have 3 Cheetos that I have from roughly October, maybe September, that we're going to try today. We are going to try popcorn, Flamin Hot Popcorn. It is cinnamon sugar Flamin Hot Popcorn. I'm already succeeding on my New Year's goal of not putting them super far away. We have the Bag of Bones white cheddar, and we have the Bag of Bones, which is the cinnamon sugar. Now, the cinnamon sugar might also exist during the Easter time of year, which I think is kind of why I didn't end up doing these. But then I was like, you know what? I will just go ahead and record a video. Even if it doesn't go up, I'll have it, and it'll be maybe in some kind of marathon later on in the year. So be sure to look for that in the far-flung future. So let's start with these. Sometimes when I'm out searching for things, I actually have to, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I actually have to search through my own content just to figure out if I've done it before or not. Actually, the Beeb had asked me recently about like an apple pie Kit Kat, and I had to like search through. I'm like, that sounds really familiar. I'm pretty sure I did it. Turns out I had like 4 years prior. So let's try these, which I think I've had before, but we'll try the Bag of Bones version real quick. I think these are the same flavor that come out during Easter, which means I would have done them as a limited edition back on Taste Test. And if I remember correctly, I did really like them. They smell really good. They smell super good. I think I need a little bit more of the cinnamon sugar flavor from these. They're like fun shapes, like that's a rib cage. That's fun. Yeah, I definitely need the, I need a little bit more of the cinnamon sugar flavor. And the reason is maybe it's just because I'm very familiar with the way a Cheeto tastes and a Cheeto Puff specifically tastes. But I don't think that the base flavor of a Cheeto meshes well with the flavor of cinnamon sugar. However, I think that the puffiness and the texture of it is exactly what I want from a snack with this sort of like flavor design, right? Like cinnamon sugar, I want something that's a little on the lighter side, that's a little on the fluffier or puffier side. That's what I'm looking for. So it nails like 2/3 of it. There's just this taste from the puff itself that doesn't mesh super well with the rest of it. And like in my brain, I'm going like, oh, this should be cheese, but it's not cheese. And it's just like, it's throwing me off a little bit. And I just don't think that the flavors match, which is unfortunate because it's like 2/3 of the way there. You're like 67% there. You're like on the way to an excellent track. And then there's someone put a quarter on the rail and it flips the whole train. I was like, oh, darn, you were so close. So close, yet so far away. So there you go. Those are the cinnamon sugar. We'll move on now to the white cheddar Bag of Bones. Now, obviously, you can't buy these now because it's January of the year of our Lord 2024. But you will be able to maybe see these during Halloween. I would keep an eye out for the Easter variant cinnamon sugar. Cheetos is sometime probably pretty soon. I don't know. It seemed like, what was I was looking at something the other day within the last like week or whatever. And they were talking about how like the lemon zest Kit Kats are like already hitting store shelves, and it's like Easter is like not even. We haven't even hit Valentine's Day. Why are there Easter things or spring things? We don't even have snow. It looks like it's October out there, but it's January when this video posts. So we'll move on here. We're going to try white cheddar. White cheddar. Little skull there. Bag of bones. Now, I don't know how I feel about white cheddar versus like regular cheddar. I have stuff that's like most specifically the Kit Kats, where it's like, okay, it's like a white chocolate cream with the other flavors, and there's definitely a distinct difference between milk chocolate and white chocolate that I definitely prefer the milk chocolate variant to the white chocolate variant. And I feel like we kind of have that here, where it's like, okay, there's like the cheddar cheese and then there's white cheddar, and I don't know how different they taste. I mean, it's a little different, but it's not as different as I would have anticipated that it was. Hold on, we'll try another one. I don't think I have any regular Cheetos. That would be helpful. It's rare that I look at things and go, it'd be helpful if I had more stupid crap. But in this case, I think it actually might have been helpful to try and determine what the taste difference is. It's there. It's like a little, I don't know, sharper maybe? There's something that's definitely quote unquote off about it, but it's just a different flavor of cheese. But it's not super different. I think if you like regular Cheeto Puffs, which I love Cheeto Puffs, these are like a good alternate. If you want the holiday or the festive themed version of it, but I don't think that they are. I wouldn't go out of my way for them, but I might. There are a lot of times where I go, like, if someone handed me these, I wouldn't be bothered by them. You know, like if someone handed them to me, I'd eat them, but I wouldn't go out of my way for them. I might buy a bag of these. These might be a good like festive treat to be like just a little bit of a difference, just something that's a little different. I wouldn't like go out of my way searching high and low for them. I think I just kind of randomly ran across these. I don't even remember where I found them when I was out and about one day. But if it gets to like September, October, and you start to see the Halloween stuff, this might be a good pickup for something that's just a little bit different, but still pretty familiar with what it's doing. Which is kind of like, it's a higher compliment than like, if someone handed it to me. But like, I'm not going for it. But I am kind of going for it. These are interesting. Interesting. All right. Now, third and finally, we're going to try some Cheetos Flamin Hot Popcorn. And these I'm interested in because I like popcorn, one. Two, I'm less excited about the Flamin Hot, but I am curious how like the cinnamon sugar works with the Flamin Hot. So let's give these a whirl. I would be more interested in this if it were the Cheetos puff corn style with the cinnamon sugar. Because I think you'd probably run into the same problem that you have with the regular cinnamon sugar bag of bones. But I love the puff corn. The puff corn is my favorite variant of Cheeto. So I think that would be an interesting thing. Instead, we just kind of have their popped popcorn, which does not smell good at all. That smells awful. That smells awful. Oh, God. There's like 4 or 5 different scents here going on that's all fighting for my nose. And my nose is not having any of this. So we'll try a couple pieces here. So cinnamon sugar works well on popcorn. I think popcorn is a more malleable or accepting flavor of other flavors. Interestingly enough, the heat doesn't really taste like a flavor to me. It's more of just like an added texture. You can definitely feel it, but it's not like you're eating cinnamon sugar and then like a splash of like Frank's Red Hot sauce or whatever. It's just it's more of just a feeling that I can feel. on my tongue. I always regret eating popcorn on the show because it gets everywhere in my mouth and I'm like choking on it and like embarrassingly. Oh my goodness, I'll be tearing up. It's so hot. It's not that hot. It has a good sting to it. So it's an interesting combination. It's kind of exactly what I would want out of this. The cinnamon sugar is the front runner. You get a lot of that flavor, and that's what you have here. And then you get the popcorn texture slash like light flavoring, which again just more kind of feels like it's a more like malleable flavor to work with and combine with other flavors. This is why I go for stuff like this, is because popcorn is so like it works so well with so many different things. And then you get the little bit of the sting from the heat of the Flamin' Hot. That's not too bad. But it doesn't have any sort of like flavor to it, which is interesting. It's just a kind of a sting or a heat spot in your mouth. That's very interesting. That's the best case scenario for this popcorn. I don't know that I would eat a ton of it. I'm not a big hot heat guy. I would love to see Cheetos do the cinnamon sugar with their puff corn. I think that could be interesting. Or just do the popcorn, the cinnamon sugar with just the popcorn Cheeto style. Without the Flamin' Hot. I think that could be interesting as well. I don't know if they had that and I just missed it, or if this was the only one that they had, but there you go. So some things to keep an eye out for. Write them down in your notebooks. Write them down next to your New Year's resolutions, where you go, I gotta go find Cheetos Bags of Bones October / or September. Or flip those and put them chronologically, September / October. However you do it. There you go. There's a couple things to keep an eye out for. But keep in mind that the cinnamon sugar come out in egg form around Easter. So keep an eye out for that. If you like those, then you got 2 times you can buy them throughout the year. I don't know about the white cheddar, though. I think those are only bag of bones. It's probably good that I don't just know that off the top of my head. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Welcome to the year 2024, where I will continue making content here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex every Saturday, taste test, and then various other shows throughout the rest of the week. If any of that sounds like fun, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. I know I didn't describe any of the other shows, but if you want to just a blind grab of whatever crap I play or whatever I'm doing, check it out. Let's see. Oh, items. If there's anything specific you want to see on the show, scroll down, leave a comment down below what it is, where to find it. You might see it on a future episode of Taste Test, and then check back on Saturdays to see new episodes. Thank you all again so much for watching. Welcome to a brand new year of content here on the channel. I guess a whole new year, like in the world in general, but like obviously my content, you know. Anyway, thank you again for watching. We'll see you next week, and bon appetit.